Where's the captain?
It's that man over there. I'm not.
Which one of you?
I'm not captain. Welcome back, guys. Today we're checking out episode 9, The Dagger of the Mind, which sounds like a really cool movie title, actually. The Dagger of the Mind. Let's just jump into this episode and see what it's all about. Before we get started, please check out my Patreon. There are full movie and TV show reactions with the footage. They've broken it?
Having trouble, gentlemen?
Security force field, sir.
USS Enterprise at Tantalus Colony.
Rehab colony, come in.
Request opening in your force field for beaming down of cargo.
Our security cover is now open.
Just showed them up. Are they not very good at their job?
Incoming cargo.
Just one item, sir. Some research material bound for the Central Bureau of Penology, Stockholm.
Tantalus cargo, ready to beam up.
Classified.
You might refamiliarize yourself with the manual on penal colony procedures.
Immediately, sir.
I think you can take the time to lock this up first.
Do not open. It opens itself. Oh, just karate chopped him like that. Oh, yeah. Back of the neck. Works every time. Dagger of the Mind.
Have you ever been to a penal colony since they started following his theories?
A cage is a cage, Jim.
You're behind the times, Bones.
Switching to speaker.
Tantalus colony to Enterprise. We are unable to locate one of our inmates. Potentially violent case.
Oh.
Enterprise acknowledging. Stand by. Security alert 3.
Security alert. Condition 3. All sections go to alert.
I wonder what condition 3 is and what it's compared to 1 or like 5.
Hey, you're from engineering.
Captain, Section C, Deck 14, reporting trouble. Someone in engineering uniform.
Captain, closing off Deck 14, search in progress.
There's never not just an easy episode where they're like, oh, intruder. Oh, we call him straight away. End of the episode. We need the chop. The chop.
Enterprise to Tantalus Colony.
Tantalus Colony, Adams here.
It appears we may have an inmate of yours aboard the ship.
Transporter crewman found unconscious, Captain.
Terribly sorry, Captain. I take all the blame. Let me repeat. He's clever as well as extremely violent. Take all possible precautions.
Disposed of emotion, Doctor. Negative. Where there's no emotion, there's no motive for violence.
No, not the deadly chop.
Where's the captain?
It's that man over there. I'm not.
Which one of you?
I'm not captain.
I'm Captain Kirk.
My name is Van Gelder.
He's trying to poop himself?
I want asylum.
At gunpoint?
Your word that you won't take me back there to Tantalus.
Give me the weapon.
No! No. No, I'm not going back. I'll disable your vessel first. You choose, Captain. I'll destroy your control panel.
Oh! What a combo!
Head back for Tantalus
No
Colony.
wonder they wear these shirts. They're just so agile. So Kirk can just whip out a kick and Spock can just grab his neck like that.
I'd sure like to study this one, Jim.
Not our problem, Bones.
You smart button-pushing brasshead. Take him back. Let someone else worry about him.
What did you say your name was?
My name? My name is Simon Van Gelder.
Oh, is he being like programmed where he can't say his
I was the director.
original name and stuff? May give him a new name and identity.
I was assistant to converted me. But I won't forget! I won't forget! Dead or alive! Well, I won't let you take me back! I'm not going! I'll die first! No! No!
An identification tape from our ship's library on Dr. Simon Van Gelder.
Dr. Van Gelder?
Assigned there 6 months ago as Dr. Adams' associate.
It's an inside conspiracy.
Regarding your escaped man,
Is Dr. Van Gelder all right? And your people? No injuries?
no casualties, sir.
He'd been doing some experimental work, Captain. An experimental beam we'd hoped might rehabilitate incorrigible.
Quite ring true. Dr. Adams, please stand by.
I can't explain it, but the more I study that
You
patient...
don't believe him and you can't explain it. Bones, are you aware that in the last...
You're very informative, Bones.
revolutionized to humanize prisons and the treatment of prisoners and all the rest of humanity had done in 40 centuries? They're clean, decent hospitals for sick minds.
I suggest you ask Dr. Adams if he wants Van Gelder returned.
Are you passing near any hospital facilities superior to ours? I'd like Van Gelder to have the best possible treatment, of course.
Well, Bones, you've got the ball. You care to recommend a better place?
There are no superior facilities. Unusual is going on down there.
An assumption, Doctor.
I'm required to enter any reasonable doubts into my medical law. That requires you to answer in your law.
Got you there, Kirk.
I'm required to initiate an investigation of this so that a proper report...
No need to apologize, Captain Kirk. Favor if you'd beam down and look into it yourself. I'm sure you realize we don't get too many visitors here.
I'm glad we're going to a different planet. I wasn't really feeling a ship episode.
Find me someone in your department with psychiatric and penology experience. It seems I will get to meet Dr. Adams at last. However, I would have preferred other circumstances.
Be careful what you wish for.
And you'd prefer to keep me here until I complete my investigation anyway?
I believe we should, Jim.
Dr. Noel, standing by in the transporter room now.
I feel like we should be taking her on more missions.
Dr. Helen Noel, Captain. We've met?
Have we? Spock. Every time. Look at that waist. That's mental.
That Christmas party?
Yes, I remember.
You dropped
Yes,
in?
yes, I remember. Tell McCoy that she had better check out as the best assistant I ever had. Energize.
Energize.
What happened at that Christmas party?
Perhaps it would be simpler if you called me Helen, Captain, since...
This is another time, another place, another...
Since.
Of course, Captain.
You're going down quite a way.
Did Kirk try and hug, like protect her, or was he scared? He was like, oh, please help me.
Hello, Captain Kirk. And, Dr. Helen Noel.
She's also a doctor, and we didn't do anything in the Christmas party. Shush.
I believe regulations call for me to check my weapon.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary in your case, Captain. Just keep it out of sight. It's such a great day for us here on Tantalus when we have visitors, no matter what the excuse. I don't think you'll be able to get through the security screen, Captain. Just a second. And I'll try.
Your landing coordinates were right on the nose, Mr. Spock. We arrived safely, and we're here with Dr. Adams right now. Kirk out.
I was another person. Malignant, hateful.
May I ask what crime you committed?
That's what they did to the other doctor.
That person no longer exists.
Why should a person go on living with unbearable memories if there's no necessity?
The shifting of memory patterns is basic to psychotherapy.
They've basically made new people by burying the past and their identities.
Heart and mind so empty that we cannot fill them with love and warmth. It's an experiment that went wrong, I'm afraid.
May I see it?
Captain, if something hasn't worked out and therefore has no scientific
Shall we leave it
value-
up to the doctor? The advantages of being a captain, Doctor, is being able to ask for advice without necessarily having to take it.
But
I
that's...
think I'll have...
What happened at this Christmas party?
Rule neutralizer. Can you explain that, Dr. Van Gelder?
A device. Store. Control panel. Light! Light!
This room. What happens?
Crazy stuff, apparently. So, pretty much, basically, they're brainwashing people into new identities.
Beam from above neutralizes brain waves, relaxes the patient's mind. Does him no harm, of course. Yes, there's always that slight chance that it might do some good in the more violent case.
How does it work?
Quite simple. Off, on switches, and the large control here changes the strength of the brain neutralizing.
Beam neutralizing has been experimented with on Earth, Captain. Assure you that Dr. Adams has not created a chamber of horrors here.
I didn't mean to suggest that he had. I haven't mentioned where Dr. Van Gelder's injury occurred.
Right here, Captain. He simply had someone standing by to snap it off in case he got into trouble, but no, it's a pity.
Why do I feel that's not true?
Thank you.
He's also been neutralized.
To remember any portion of it, any word, will cause you pain.
Van Gelder has made reference to a particular treatment room. The term was neural neutralizer.
Go ahead, Mr. Spock. Anything further?
Yeah, Mr. Spock sounds like a very excellent second in command, Captain Kirk.
Stand by, Mr. Spock. Dr. Adams is left with some things to attend to. What is it, Mr. Spock?
Van Gelder is extremely agitated, Captain, and warns that you're in danger.
Technical expert he sent along with me insists that any concern is unjustified.
He's suffering from neural synapse damage, as if his brain were short-circuited.
Think we'll spend the night here, Mr. Spock.
No! No!
The patient said, no.
Kirk out.
No! No! No, don't let them! You must want...
Kirk again. The patient once again said, no.
That's right. But you must listen. Weren't you, Captain? Dr. Adam will destroy.
Destroy how? What?
Death.
I must now use an ancient Vulcan technique to probe into Van Gelder's tortured mind.
Vulcan mind meld. We haven't seen that much in this show so far, so this will be interesting. Into a crazy man.
It could be dangerous.
You must open my mind.
Not affect you, Dr. McCoy. Only the person I touch. It is not hypnosis.
I understand.
I begin to feel a strange euphoria. Your body floats, minds sharing the same thoughts.
What did you think of the inmates we saw here this afternoon?
You could have waited until tomorrow morning to ask me that, Captain.
I didn't.
I thought they were happy.
I wanted to come this evening.
But if you'd simply state any doubts you have to Dr. Adams
And if
himself.
he's lying, he'll continue to lie, and I won't find out a thing. The only way I can be sure is to see that machine at work.
What did he do to us? He can reshape any mind he chooses. He used it to...
That is extremely dangerous thing.
Put his own thoughts there. Our minds so blank, so open, so lonely to be sitting there empty. Wanting any word from him. Such agony to be empty.
I have no desire to damage my brain. And will you be able to determine if that beam is harming me in the slightest?
Yes, Captain. I know my profession. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
We'll try minimum intensity. A second or two.
Anytime you're ready, Doctor, just for a second or two.
We already tried it for that long, Captain. Something happened. Your face went completely blank.
Try a harmless suggestion.
Huh. This is a really dangerous game, Kirk.
You're hungry.
You know, when we finally get through this, I'd like to locate and raid a kitchen somewhere.
I said simply that you were hungry. I think we should try this again.
Yes. Pick something unusual. An unusual...
Yeah, I'll just turn it up. You love me, Captain Kirk.
At the Christmas party, we met. I suggest now that it happened in a different way. You swept me off my feet and carried me to your cabin.
Captain, if you cruise on, you carry me here. But my reputation,
I prefer honesty.
I want there to be no doubts whatsoever in his mind. Sacrifice your career, your reputation.
No, Doctor, no!
You must have her or the pain grows worse. The pain, the longing for her.
This explains why Kirk just loves women. He was brainwashed.
Now, she's gone. Helen! You must take your phaser weapon and drop it on the floor. Captain, the pain increases unless you obey me. Drop it. Very good, Captain.
Kirk to Enterprise. Oh, to Enterprise!
Spock's like, Kirk, what the hell's going on? We're sleeping over here.
try to remember.
Loved you.
He placed all that in your mind.
For years.
Remember. Do you remember the pain? And then his voice?
Remember.
remember. Helen. Stop. Air conditioning. Might lead to the power supply. Short-circuited, it would cut off the security force field.
Then we can communicate.
Anything's better than Adam's treatment room.
Good luck.
Time for another treatment? Trust me completely.
Trust you.
You know Dr. Van Gelder was down on his hands and knees, sobbing at this point?
The woman doctor. She's gone, Dr. Adams.
Notify security once, lady. Where is she, Captain?
Don't know.
Where is Helen?
Ah, looks like the same cave from the other episode with Rook. Rook.
No good, Mr. Spock. I can't break through their force field. Keep trying.
Look in the chair, Eli, and find that girl.
Oh, he did the chop! She murdered that man!
Spock, the force field is gone. I can send you right to the source of the interruption.
Get some security people and follow me down.
I do like this. It's kind of like a spy thriller.
Enterprise, this is Spock. Force field has been eliminated.
Captain! Captain?
Darling, are you all right?
Yes. Dr. Adams did this to you.
Dr. Adams. Dr. Adams.
Spock comes in at the perfect time, every time.
Jim!
Power came up.
He's dead, Captain.
The machine was not high enough to kill.
Spock, you killed him!
Can you imagine the mind emptied by that thing?
From Van Gelder. He thought you'd like to know the treatment room had been dismantled. The equipment destroyed.
Good. It was too powerful for its own good.
It's hard to believe that a man could die of loneliness.
Not when you sat in that room. Take us out of orbit, Mr. Spock. Ahead, warp factor 1.
They didn't reverse any of his feelings, so technically he's still in love with Helen. Whoa, guys, that was Star Trek Episode 9. Another good episode. I was glad that we got off the ship. I do love when they go to these interesting planets or facilities. It's more appealing to me than just the ship episode where something's on the ship, and I thought that was where we was going to head off to with that prisoner getting on board and causing a ruckus on the ship. And I thought, oh no, it's going to be one of those episodes to start with. He was actually neutralized pretty quick, which I'm glad they did, because there's too many maniacs on the ship. We just need to sort that out. That's got to be a thing they got to do. But they did, and then we went to the planet and facility, and it was really cool. Good concept. Them brainwashing, and they can do whatever they want to people, make them feel or think whatever they want. That was really cool to see. That guy couldn't speak of his past or whatever he was going to say because that he'd been brainwashed, and it hurts so much to speak that he can't do it. And he'd done that pretty much to, it looks like, everyone in the facility. That guy that was doing it when Kirk was there asking questions, he had no emotion. He was just doing it, going along with it. So I'm guessing this guy has done this to everyone that works there at that facility. Kirk got brainwashed, and I like how the girl was having a little bit of fun with it. Helen was having a little bit of fun with it. It's like, oh, remember the Christmas party? That I'm glad we got to see that Christmas party. But remember that Christmas party? You swooped me off my feet and took me to your room. That was great. And then she got interrupted, and he brainwashed her to love Helen. So technically, that didn't reverse when Kirk did it. So he should still be madly in love with Helen and risk his whole career and reputation for that woman. So that would have been interesting to see. Again, another gorgeous woman we see in this is just a constant theme through this series. So I wonder why that is, but it is hilarious as it goes, and I'm not complaining. They're beautiful. So tell me what you guys thought of this episode. I really enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.